This week marks the 25th anniversary of Sony's very first home console, the PlayStation. Released on the 9th of September here in North America, this little 32-bitter was home to some truly groundbreaking storytelling. And to honor a quarter century of PlayStation goodness, I want to look back at one of the system's most iconic endings. No, I'm not talking about Metal Gear Solid or even Parasite Eve, but rather Mortal Kombat Mythologies Sub-Zero. With over-the-top performances and full-motion video created on a shoestring budget, this unnecessary spin-off is a train wreck in all the best ways. So turn back now if you don't want to know what happens next, because today we're going to spoil the story and ending for Mortal Kombat Mythologies Sub-Zero on the PlayStation. This is Game Over, the early years. Alright, now I know what you're thinking. Why on earth would I start out with the barely remembered spin-off instead of the original Mortal Kombat games? Well, there's a reason for this, and it's because most of the Mortal Kombat endings are, well, terrible. If you go back to the original game, all you get is this wall of text. The sequel? Yep, wall of text. What about Mortal Kombat 3? Yeah, that's right, wall of text. The point is, this is a series that was known for dropping the ball in the final act. So you can imagine my surprise when Mortal Kombat Mythologies Sub-Zero not only offered a more coherent story, but also gave us a pretty good ending. Guys, I don't think it's too much to say that this 1997 side-scroller signaled a sea change for the always evolving franchise. You see, this was a chance for the Mortal Kombat actors to break free of their 2D confines and let their ultra-violent characters come to life like never before. It allowed them to create a wondrous low-budget affair full of clunky writing, cheesy acting, and laughably bad costumes. And yet, despite the lofty ambitions being cut short by the obvious limitations, this Sub-Zero spin-off proves to be a lot more endearing than Mortal Kombat Annihilation, which was released into theaters only a month after this game hit retail shelves. Let's go ahead and watch the real Mortal Kombat characters show those highfalutin Hollywood actors how you're supposed to play these famous fighters.
Grandmaster, in honor of the Lin Kuei, I bring you this sacred map of elements.
Once again, our most cunning assassin and thief is successful. At ease, Lin Kuei warrior.
Greetings! I see the ninja has been successful in retrieving my map, as I have foreseen.
Let's get something straight. I am not a ninja. I am Lin Kuei. Scorpion was a ninja.
Ah yes, your Japanese counterpart. How unfortunate that you happened upon him in your battle with those pesky Shaolin monks.
Scorpion was tipped off. He knew I was breaking into that temple, and if he wasn't there, there wouldn't have been a battle. You are responsible for this, sorcerer.
Well, I've also retained Scorpion's services. In case you failed, I needed some assurance.
Your peace of mind almost cost me this mission.
Enough! Quan Chi, tell me, what about our payment?
Oh yes, I almost forgot. The bones of your arch nemesis, and leader of Scorpion's ninja clan.
Our ancient foes, vanquished in one transaction.
And I've personally made certain that every last remnant of their clan has been eliminated. Forever.
You see, Sub-Zero, you can trust a sorcerer sometimes. Now, you will use this map on your next mission. Quan Chi has once again retained your services.
This map you stole. It shows the way to a temple which predates man's recorded history on Earth. For thousands of years, the Temple of Elements has been hidden in what is now known as the Himalayan Mountains of Nepal. This map is the only evidence of its existence.
Fine. I get to the temple, and then what? What's inside?
A small amulet. Worthless to you, but let's just say it has great sentimental value to me.
If it is so precious, why don't you get it yourself?
I cannot enter the temple until the 4 elements within its walls have been defeated. And I am not on the best of terms with the gods of your realm, especially your god of thunder.
Tell me about these elements.
They are the 4 elements which comprise the very existence of your realm. They are earth, wind, water, and fire. With your mastery of the element of cold, you have an advantage that no other human has, and that is the ability to defeat the elements. I have foreseen this.
Okay, so it's not exactly a master class in great acting. In fact, this looks like it was pulled directly out of professional wrestling, right down to Quan Chi seemingly appearing out of nowhere, just walking into frame with his own crazy agenda. It appears that Quan Chi actually likes Sub-Zero's work because he hired him once again for another perilous mission. This time around, the task is to travel to a secret temple somewhere in the Himalayan mountains and retrieve a rare amulet that has some great sentimental value. Of course, because we've read the manual, we know that there's a lot more going on with this amulet that Quan Chi is willing to divulge. But hey, a job is a job, and apparently Sub-Zero is the only person capable of infiltrating the Temple of Elements. As it turns out, sneaking into the temple is surprisingly easy. Sub-Zero just has to jump over a few pillars, climb up this rope, fight a big rock monster, climb up another rope, ninja his way through the sewers, climb even more ropes, and then make his way to this hot and dangerous fire pit. It's only after we defeat this firefighter that we're given access to the stairs leading to the all-important amulet. And, well, here's how that goes.
The amulet! I have Shinnok's amulet!
Whose amulet?
He is my deity, ruler of the Netherrealm, and soon destroyer of your Earth realm.
What are you talking about?
This amulet, it is the key to Shinnok's power as an Elder God. When returned to him, he will regain his powers and be freed from the confines of the Netherrealm.
I thought Shao Kahn was the...
Shao Kahn is nothing but a peasant ruler of a long-dead realm. Shinnok is the destroyer of all realms, including Khan's outworld.
Destroyer of all realms. You are insane. That amulet isn't worth the bronze it's molded from.
Believe what you will, Sub-Zero. Goodbye, Ninja. Do you realize what you've done?
I was just earning my living.
Your clan's ignorance and greed will cost this entire realm. You'll now have to set things straight.
Quan Chi could simply be a lunatic sorcerer. I never heard of an elder god named Shinnok, or of a place called the Netherrealm.
You better start believing in both, because you're going to the Netherrealm, and you're going to bring back the amulet. We must act quickly. I have no dominion in the Netherrealm. You are reality's only hope.
I'll do it, Thunder God. Only because I don't have a choice.
Then stand back. This is a portal into the Netherrealm. Once through, follow Quan Chi, and try to get the amulet before he gets to Shinnok. I also have this advice. Beware the Brothers of the Shadow. The Netherrealm is a place for lost souls. If you fail, your soul will join theirs, as well as all the souls that in this entire realm.
We fell into Quan Chi's trap. Once we cleared the path, he swooped in and stole the amulet right from underneath Sub-Zero's nose. But hey, that's no big deal, right? I mean, the blue guy was already gonna return it right back to Quan. So when you think about it, this just saves our hero a trip back home, right? Well, not so fast, because Lord Raiden is there to remind us that there's a lot riding on Shinnok's jewelry. In fact, if you read the instruction manual, which I mentioned a minute ago, you would already know that there's a lot of history importance connected to that amulet. And life, as we know it, may come to an end if Sub-Zero doesn't travel to the Netherrealm and get it back. Fortunately, he's tossed in a prison cell the moment he gets there and sees this familiar face.
Don't bother worrying about escape.
Who are you?
I am a dead man. But somehow you have retained your mortality, which would mean you are vulnerable to death. I am Scorpion. You killed me in cold blood.
I had no choice.
You could have let me live.
Then I would be the dead one.
But my clan and family would still be alive.
What?
It wasn't enough to kill me. You had to destroy every last remnant of my being, including my wife and child.
You're mistaken. Quan Chi is responsible for their deaths.
Words will not save you. Lin Kuei, warrior.
Oh man, these cinemas aren't doing Sub-Zero any favors. I mean, we already know that he knows who Scorpion is. He talked about killing him in the opening cinema. Yet Sub-Zero can't even recognize the dude from 2 feet away? He's all in yellow. Who else is like that? What kind of ninja, I mean Lin Kuei, is he? Now look, I have to imagine that this played better on the page. I mean, Scorpion was probably supposed to be completely shrouded in darkness, leading to a dramatic entrance when he steps into the light. But that's not how this was filmed, partially undermining what should have been one of the key moments from this Sub-Zero spinoff. Oh, they're doing it all wrong. Back to the story, the Lin Kuei fighter escapes his prison and tracks down the big guy who captured him in the first place. This turns out to be a much more epic and satisfying fight, which is yet another reminder of just how much they botched that Scorpion stuff. Anyway, after the fight, we watch Sub-Zero continue to explore the Netherrealm. But as it turns out, we're not the only ones checking in. Don't look now, but it appears that he may have some new admirers.
Well, he's definitely immortal. His soul is still contained inside his body.
A mortal can't exist here with his soul intact.
Unless Shinnok allowed it to be. I'll inform Quan Chi. The two of you continue to track him. Sir, a mortal has escaped from the prison of souls. He is headed towards the Sea of Immortality.
Immortal?
Yes, a mortal, with the ability to freeze.
Alert the keepers and send a full garrison to intercept. Make sure that he does not cross the bridge.
The keepers? But he's just a mortal.
Do not question me, Serena. More importantly, do not fail me. We have toyed with the ninja long enough.
The race is on. Sub-Zero is fighting as fast as he can to reach Shinnok's pyramid, and everybody else is trying to stop him. What this amounts to is a whole lot of walking from left to right while punching and kicking. And when you're done doing that, you do it all over again, only this time inside the pyramid's main entrance. And then on this elevator. Yeah. Long story short, we sneak into Quan Chi's boring, empty office in hopes of finding the amulet. Here's how that goes.
Welcome to
to my home, Sub-Zero. If you're still looking for the amulet, you can find it at the pyramid's apex, around Shinnok's neck. You've arrived a little late.
I was busy.
Don't you realize why Raiden sent you? The Netherrealm is a place for evil beings. You cannot exist here unless you were tainted with evil. You belong here. Join my brothers of the Shadow and worship our Lord Shinnok.
Never, sorcerer!
Then, so it shall be, ninja.
Alright, even though he doesn't have the amulet, we still kick Quan Chi's ass just on principle. Unfortunately, this battle proves to be harder than expected. So the once loyal Serena shows up to finish the fight.
Why did you help me?
You are still immortal. That means you can escape the Netherrealm.
There won't be anywhere to go if I don't get the amulet back.
Take me with you. I've waited an eternity to escape.
You don't understand. I can't leave without you.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why we can't have nice things. After 90 minutes of letting everybody else take a crack at Sub-Zero, Shinnok finally shows up to finish the job. This leads to what passes as a good one-on-one battle, which, as you may remember, used to be the one thing that Mortal Kombat was actually good at. But like so much in this game, Shinnok pulls his punches. Instead of ripping his spine out or some other gruesome fatality, Sub-Zero steals the amulet and portals his way back to the Earth Realm. And this is what happens next.
Here. The amulet.
Impressive, Sub-Zero. Perhaps you'll reconcile your reckless past after all.
That's it? Not even a thank you?
Thank yourself for undoing a problem that you created.
Quan Chi told me that you sent me because my soul was tainted with evil. Is that true?
You are a superb warrior, Sub-Zero. Only you can control your destiny. Not even the gods can alter your chosen path in life.
Was that a yes? Or a no?
That was a yes. But only you can change it.
I vow to serve and obey the Lin Kuei.
Welcome back, my warrior. I have a new undertaking for you. It seems your exploits have caught the eye of another sorcerer. I would like you to meet the retainer of your services. His name is Shang Tsung, and he would like you to compete in a small tournament. It's called Mortal Kombat.
Oh shit, the Mortal Kombat mythology actually happens before the rest of the games. Okay, so maybe that's not the most surprising reveal, but it is the twist that they were banking on. Look, this is basically the Rogue One of Mortal Kombat, only with a whole lot less death, which is kinda odd, right? It's also one of those stories you probably didn't even need to tell. I mean, there weren't many revelations we didn't already know, and what's there could have easily been surmised by just thinking about it for a few minutes. I hate to say it, but it really doesn't give us a better understanding of Sub-Zero or what makes his rivalry with Scorpion just so powerful. It's just a middling brawler with some bad controls and a story that isn't very deep. But guys, let's not overlook the importance of the story, even if it's not very good. These cheaply produced cutscenes are an example of Mortal Kombat testing the waters for more ambitious storytelling. And that's exactly what you started to see going forward. The very next installment, Mortal Kombat 4, offered animated endings, and all of the recent sequels have padded the single-player experience with hours of action-packed cinemas. This Sub-Zero spin-off opened the floodgates and changed the franchise forever, which is easily the most charitable thing I can say about this game. Look, I know, it's not my favorite Mortal Kombat title, but I'm not sure where we would be without it. Hey, thanks for watching this episode of Game Over, the early years. If you liked what you saw here, then you should know that we post new episodes almost every Monday. Now here's the question I have for you. What is your favorite Mortal Kombat game? And let me tell you, if you say this Sub-Zero spinoff, I'm gonna know you're lying to me. Alright, folks, let me see your picks in the comments below. In other news, we'll be back later this week with reviews of both Inertial Drift and Spinch, as well as the ultimate PlayStation quiz. Ooh, if that sounds good to you, then I strongly recommend you click that subscribe button and support what we're doing here. Until then.